What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Too Much Tech. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Tecware SPECTRE Pro full-size RGB gaming keyboard, and I'm very surprised at this. I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, stuff from Tecware typically is very good, but this, it just seems like it's on another level of quality, like, for the price. And let's get into why in this video. Thanks to Tecware for sending out the Spectre Pro for review as well. Really enjoyed my time using it. I've been using it for about the past week and a half or so during all my testing, and like I said, I just want to get into it. This is a full-size hot swap RGB mechanical keyboard with a few neat features as well. Like, it's actually really good, especially for the price. This keyboard is $70, and as you guys can see here, I have the switches already out. The only caveat I have with this keyboard really is that it's hot swap with Otemu switches. But other than that, I mean, you can buy other Otemu switches, and it makes sense for the price range of the keyboard that it is about $70. You get Otemus. They're not the highest end switch, but they're okay. They work fine. My preference is the reds because they're linear. These happen to be Otemu browns, and they're not bad either. Like, you can definitely use these for gaming, and they're relatively smooth. Like, surprisingly, the spring is not bad in any case. And there's not really a ton of like ping in the case either when you bottom out the switch. So this is definitely a very solid board. So let's go ahead and pop these couple switches back in here for the up and down arrow keys. And moving on from the Otemu switches, these are double shot ABS keycaps, and basically Tecware, I don't know where they get these caps from, but they need to keep using them. Like, these, in my opinion, are some of the best double shot ABS keycaps that you can use on a keyboard in this price range. And honestly, big brands should be using the same supplier or whatever. Like, I don't know why these big brands keep on using these cheap painted ABS keycaps. They just aren't that great. Whereas compared to these are some quality ABS. Like, you can definitely tell that they might shine over time, but we're talking hundreds of hours of use and they might start shining. But otherwise, I like the keycaps. They give you a really good feel. These are nice and smooth, have a good texture to them, and they don't collect a lot of hand oils. But I just thought I would mention those few things in the beginning because those are very similar to other Tecware keyboards. Like, Otemu switches is very consistent across their product line, as well as these high quality ABS keycaps. So let's talk about unique features to this keyboard. We have RGB lighting across all of the keys, which is similar to their other boards, but now, since this is a full-size keyboard, we have this volume wheel here. This also has RGB lighting as well, which is very nice to see, honestly. Like, this is kind of rare where you get literally full RGB lighting around the entire volume wheel. Like, that is pretty crazy. Then, in addition to that unique lighting zone, you've also got this RGB underglow lighting as well, which does have its own modes that you can select, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. We got these adjustable feet as well that give us one more level of height adjustment, so that's really nice. Personally, I prefer to use the keyboard angled toward me as well, so that is definitely preferred. And in addition to all that, we've also got removable USB Type-C. At first, I thought this was a micro USB connector because it's receded a little bit, but I was like, that looks a little round. Let me plug it in. And it is indeed a USB Type-C cable. So you are able to use your own custom cable on this keyboard. It's right in the middle too. I'm glad it's not off to the right side of the keyboard because that would be horrible for a gaming keyboard. And if it was a full size, with it being full size, it's nice to either have it in the middle or off to the left. So in the middle, perfectly fine. Powers the keyboard just fine as well. I didn't have any issues using custom cables with this keyboard. Now, to control the RGB lighting on this keyboard as well, if you want to change the brightness, you just hit function up and down key, so that will easily and quickly change the brightness. The speed of the RGB effect, function and left and right keys. To change the direction is going to be function and the minus key will reverse the direction of whatever RGB effect you have going right now. And then you have the different RGB modes. So you do that, and then you can change the color of the current RGB wave. So function and the plus key again will change the color to green. Function and the plus key again, we'll hit one of these, that's purple, and then function plus, and then go back to the RGB mode. So let's reverse the direction because we like this one better. Function and scroll lock will change the color of the volume knob RGB. So that's pretty cool as well. To change the side glow, you're gonna hit function and the pause button, and that will change the RGB mode of the side glow. So now it's on this RGB wave, and now we got it on a static color. So I just think it looks really clean. Let's go and drop a sound test for you guys right now of these Otemu brown switches, and so you guys can hear how the stabilizers sound too. There is a little bit of rattle in the space bar, but otherwise, I actually think all the stabilizers sound pretty solid. So good job, Tecware. You guys did a decent job. They're pretty well lubed, not over lubed, and honestly, they could use just a little bit more lubing from the factory, but nothing that I would say is the end of the world. And if you're coming from like a membrane keyboard or something like that, or you're just looking for an affordable, full-size keyboard with solid keycaps, decent stabilizers, they do have 3 different switch options as well. So you can either get the Otemu Blues, Otemu Browns, or the Otemu Reds. My preference between the 3 will be the Reds because those are linear and a little bit more quiet. Browns, if you like tactiles, they do have a small tactile bump. And then Blues, they're loud and clicky, so if you really want, you can get the Blues. But every time I review a Tecware keyboard, it's sold out probably either by the time I review it or soon after I review it. It's usually sold out for at least like a month or so. So if you are interested in this or a Phantom or a Phantom L, I'm gonna leave links to all 3. Obviously the Phantom and Phantom L, those are gonna be 10 keyless keyboards. So if you like smaller form factor and you're still looking for something from Tecware with similar build quality, I will look into those, so I'll leave those linked below as well. But if you need a full-size keyboard, then the Spectre Pro is a really good option. But personally, one last thing I want to say, I hope that Tecware is going to be developing a 10 keyless version of the Spectre. Even if it doesn't have the volume wheel, I'm perfectly fine with that. If they develop a Spectre Pro 10 keyless version for about $60, maybe $10 cheaper, I think that that will be a really easy keyboard to recommend for about 60 bucks. You know, high quality keycaps, good stabilizers, decent selection of switch options, and even if you want to, try other Otemu switches, it's hot swap too. So the Otemu switches aren't an arm and a leg, and it's really easy to pull the switches out too. So yeah, I don't know, man. Tecware, you guys are killing it. I want to see a 10 keyless version. And yeah, that's pretty much all the feedback I have for it. The spacebar, like I said, is a little rattly, but other than that, I have a hard time picking apart this keyboard because the bottom out feel is solid. Overall gaming experience is good, and so is the typing experience. It's basically got everything you need for a really good price. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section below or hit me up in my Discord channel. I will see you guys in the next video.